Friends, we're about to explore a book that's not about religion, but about the struggles within us. Napoleon Hill, the man who gave us Think and Grow Rich, wrote, "Outwitting the Devil to expose the enemy within, fear." He personifies this enemy as the devil, a clever trickster who thrives on our doubts and anxieties. This book is a guide, a roadmap to help us recognize and overcome the obstacles that keep us from achieving our true potential. Hill presents the devil as a master manipulator. He preys on our weaknesses, whispering doubts in our ears and tempting us with shortcuts that lead to nowhere. He thrives in the shadows of our minds, amplifying our fears and anxieties. This book teaches us to recognize his voice, to understand his tactics, and ultimately, to outsmart him. This isn't about battling a supernatural being. It's about confronting the negative forces within us. It's about acknowledging our fears and insecurities, understanding their origins, and then systematically dismantling them. This book offers a powerful message. We have the power to choose our thoughts, our beliefs, and ultimately, our destiny. We must remember that the devil is cunning. He will try to convince us that we are not worthy, that our dreams are impossible. But Hill reminds us that we are capable of achieving greatness. We have the potential to overcome any obstacle, to achieve any goal, if we learn to recognize and resist the devil's whispers. Hill reveals the devil's blueprint, his strategy for keeping us trapped in mediocrity. His most potent weapon is fear. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of the unknown. These are the chains that bind us. We must break free from these chains if we want to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. The devil exploits our lack of definite purpose. He thrives in the chaos of a life without direction, where we drift aimlessly from one distraction to another. Without a clear goal, we become susceptible to his whispers, easily swayed by his promises of comfort and security in mediocrity. Hill emphasizes the importance of defining our purpose, of choosing a path and committing to it. This clarity of purpose acts as a shield against the devil's influence. When we know what we want, we become less vulnerable to his distractions and temptations. This book teaches us to identify our strengths and weaknesses. It encourages us to explore our passions, to discover what truly motivates us. Once we have a clear understanding of our purpose, we can begin to build a life that aligns with our values and aspirations. We become architects of our own destiny, no longer subject to the whims of the devil's whispers. The devil loves those who drift through life without purpose. He encourages procrastination, the art of delaying our dreams until tomorrow, a day that never seems to arrive. Procrastination becomes a comfortable prison, a way to avoid the challenges that come with pursuing our goals. He whispers that we're not ready, that we need more time, more resources, more knowledge. He convinces us that the timing isn't right, that we should wait for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment never comes. There will always be obstacles, always be reasons to delay. Hill urges us to break free from the cycle of procrastination. He reminds us that the time for action is now. Every moment we waste is a victory for the devil. Every day we delay is another day spent living below our potential. This book teaches us to take action, to start small, to make progress one step at a time. It encourages us to embrace challenges, to view them as opportunities for growth and learning. We must learn to act in spite of our fears, to push forward even when the devil whispers doubts in our ears. The devil is a master of negativity. He bombards our minds with doubts, worries, and anxieties. He magnifies our flaws and minimizes our accomplishments, creating a distorted self-image that keeps us trapped in a cycle of self-doubt. He thrives on negative self-talk, the constant stream of criticism that we direct at ourselves. He whispers that we're not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy of success. These negative thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies, shaping our beliefs and influencing our actions. Hill teaches us to recognize and challenge these negative thoughts. He reminds us that our thoughts are powerful, that they have the ability to shape our reality. We must learn to control our thoughts, to replace negativity with positive affirmations and empowering beliefs. This book encourages us to practice gratitude, to focus on the good in our lives. It teaches us to celebrate our accomplishments, no matter how small, and to view setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth. By shifting our mindset from negativity to positivity, we weaken the devil's hold on our minds and empower ourselves to create a brighter future. Napoleon Hill emphasizes the importance of a definite purpose. This is not just a vague desire, but a clear, concise, and actionable goal. It's the guiding star that directs our actions, the compass that keeps us on course. Without a definite purpose, we become vulnerable to the devil's distractions and temptations. He understands that a life without purpose is a life without direction. He knows that when we lack a clear goal, we're more likely to be swayed by his whispers of comfort and security and mediocrity. He thrives in the chaos of a directionless life, where we drift aimlessly from one distraction to another. Hill encourages us to define our purpose, to identify what truly motivates us, what we want to achieve with our lives. This requires introspection, honest self-assessment, and a willingness to explore our passions and interests. Once we have a definite purpose, we become less susceptible to the devil's influence. We have a clear direction, a reason to resist his temptations and distractions. We develop a resilience that allows us to overcome obstacles and stay focused on our goals. Napoleon Hill emphasizes the importance of faith, not in a religious sense, but as a belief in ourselves and our ability to achieve our goals. It's the unwavering conviction that we can overcome any obstacle, that we can achieve anything we set our minds to. Without faith, we become paralyzed by doubt and fear. The devil understands the power of faith, and he works tirelessly to erode it. He whispers doubts in our ears, reminding us of past failures and magnifying our perceived weaknesses. He wants us to believe that we are not capable, that our dreams are impossible. Hill teaches us to cultivate faith, to nourish it with positive affirmations, inspiring stories, and the company of supportive people. He reminds us that faith is a muscle that grows stronger with use. The more we believe in ourselves, the more we achieve, and the stronger our faith becomes. This book encourages us to celebrate our accomplishments, to acknowledge our strengths, and to focus on our potential. It teaches us to view setbacks as temporary, as opportunities for learning and growth. By cultivating faith in ourselves, we dismantle the devil's platform of doubt and empower ourselves to achieve greatness. Napoleon Hill introduces the concept of burning bridges, a metaphor for making a firm commitment to our goals. It's about eliminating any possibility of retreat, giving ourselves no other option but to succeed. This unwavering commitment creates a sense of urgency and focus that propels us forward. The devil loves half-hearted efforts, lukewarm commitments, and escape routes. He knows that when we have a way out, we're less likely to fully invest ourselves in our goals. He encourages us to keep our options open, to avoid fully committing just in case things get too difficult. Hill teaches us to burn our bridges, to commit fully to our goals, and to eliminate any possibility of retreat. This might involve making bold decisions, taking calculated risks, or cutting ties with people or situations that hold us back. This book encourages us to embrace the power of commitment. It teaches us that when we commit fully to a goal, we unlock hidden reserves of strength and determination. We become more resourceful, more resilient, and more likely to achieve success. Napoleon Hill reminds us that outwitting the devil is not a one-time event, but a lifelong pursuit. The devil never gives up, and neither should we. We must remain vigilant, constantly guarding our minds against his negative influence. We must be prepared to fight for our dreams, to resist his temptations, and to stay focused on our goals. He will constantly adapt his tactics, finding new ways to exploit our weaknesses and lure us away from our purpose. He will use our doubts, our fears, and our insecurities to keep us trapped in mediocrity. But we have the power to outsmart him, to recognize his tricks, and to resist his influence. This book teaches us to develop a resilient mindset, to view challenges as opportunities for growth, and to learn from our mistakes. It encourages us to cultivate a positive outlook, to surround ourselves with supportive people, and to never give up on our dreams. By adopting these principles, we can live a life of purpose and fulfillment, free from the devil's influence. We can achieve our goals, realize our potential, and create a legacy that inspires others. Napoleon Hill reminds us that the journey is just as important as the destination. The process of striving towards our goals, of overcoming obstacles, and of learning from our experiences is what shapes us into the people we are meant to be. The devil wants us to focus solely on the end goal, to become so fixated on the outcome that we lose sight of the present moment. He wants us to believe that happiness lies only in achieving our goals, and that the journey itself is merely a means to an end. Hill teaches us to embrace the journey, to appreciate the present moment, and to find joy in the process of growth and learning. He encourages us to celebrate our progress, no matter how small, and to view setbacks as opportunities for course correction. This book reminds us that life is a series of experiences, both good and bad, that shape our character and define our journey. By embracing the journey, we enrich our lives, deepen our understanding of ourselves, and ultimately achieve a more profound sense of fulfillment. Friends, Outwitting the Devil is more than just a book. It's a call to action, an invitation to take control of our lives and to strive for greatness. It's a reminder that we are not victims of circumstance, but architects of our own destiny. The devil is real, but he exists within us. He is the voice of doubt, the whisper of fear, the temptation to settle for less than we deserve. But we have the power to silence him, to overcome his influence, and to create a life of purpose and fulfillment. Hill's message is one of hope and empowerment. He reminds us that we are capable of achieving anything we set our minds to, that we have the power to overcome any obstacle, and that we are worthy of a life filled with joy, purpose, and success. So let us choose to outwit the devil. Let us embrace our potential, pursue our dreams with unwavering determination, and create a life that reflects our truest selves. The journey is ours to take, and the time for action is now.